a small village and the family of the children of Israel, a father and his 12 sons. And among those brothers, a small child and a dream. But this child did not know the price the dream would pay. A conspiracy by his brothers, a dark well, the chains of slavery, false accusations, 7 years of imprisonment, and then the kingdom. This is the story of Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, his patience in the face of jealousy, his modesty in the face of fitna, and his faith in darkness. This is the land of Canaan, a part of present-day Palestine and its surrounding areas. This is where Allah's prophet, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, lived. His home was filled with simplicity. Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, was the son of Prophet Isaac, peace be upon him, and the grandson of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. This was not just a family. It was a lineage of prophethood. Hazrat Yaqub, peace be upon him, had 12 sons. 10 of them were from one mother, and 2, Yusuf, peace be upon him, and Bunyamin, peace be upon him, were from another mother. Yusuf al-Salam was very close to his father, but something else was brewing in another side of the house, jealousy. His 10 brothers felt that his father was more inclined towards Yusuf al-Salam. Jealousy lurks, but burns. One night Yusuf al-Salam was asleep. Suddenly, his eyes opened. His breathing was rapid, his heart pounding. He got up and ran to his father Hazrat Yaqub, peace be upon him. Father, I had a strange dream. I saw 11 stars, and the sun and moon were all prostrating before me. Hazrat Yaqub al-Salam understood. This was no ordinary dream. This was good news. Hazrat Yaqub al-Salam said, "Don't tell your brothers about this dream, or they will turn into your enemy." That night, Hazrat Yaqub al-Salam understood that this child was not just his son, but the prophet of the future. One whom Allah chooses, he is also tested. Yusuf al-Salam's brothers were gathered together. Anxiety on their faces. One brother sighed. Yusuf and his brother Bunyamin, peace be upon him, are dearer to our father than us, even though we are stronger. Kill Yusuf or throw him into some distant land so that our father's attention is focused only on us. Don't kill him. If you must do something, throw him into a well. Some traveler will pick him up. This decision was made. Then they all went to their father. Father, you send Yusuf with us. We will protect him. He will play and be happy. Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, said, I'm afraid you will take him away and some wolf will eat him, while you will be oblivious to him. If the wolf eats him while we are so numerous, we are useless. Finally, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, heart relents. The journey, the desert wind, silence stretches far and wide. Hazrat Yusuf Ali, peace be upon him, was innocently walking with his brothers. Little did he know, this journey was the last journey of his childhood. Then that moment arrived. The brothers suddenly surround him, pulling at his clothes. Yusuf al-Salam, terrified, says, "Brothers, what are you doing?" But jealousy shows no mercy. They are picked up and thrown into a dark well. Darkness, loneliness, fear. But at that very moment, Allah's word comes. We will surely remind you of their deed, and they won't even recognize you. This was Allah's promise. Evening comes, and the brothers return, crying. A false story, a false. Blood. Abba Yan, we were running. We left Yusuf with the luggage, and the wolf ate him. These brothers had smeared fake blood on Yusuf al-Salam's shirt. Yaqub al-Salam saw the shirt and understood. He just said that. Your inner self is embellishing this lie. It's not true. What kind of wolf was this that ate Yusuf, but left his shirt unharmed? So patience is better, and Allah is the one who helps. This was the beginning of a great patience. One day, in the quiet of the morning, a caravan passes through the desert. A rope is thrown into a well to draw water. Suddenly, a voice says, "There's a boy." Out with the rope comes Hazrat Yusuf, peace be upon him. Innocent, but his fate has changed. The caravan hides him as a commodity. Then he sets off for Egypt, a prophet in the chains of slavery. But Allah has other plans. Upon reaching Egypt, he is sold in the market. A rich man, Aziz Egypt, buys him and tells his wife, "Keep him with respect. Perhaps he will bring us profit, or we will adopt him as a son." This sentence was a hint of the future. Years passed. Hazrat Yusuf al-Salam had grown into a young man. His face shone with beauty, dignity, and purity. Allah had blessed him with wisdom and knowledge. But another test waiting for him inside. The palace. Zuleika, Aziz's wife, saw him daily and was impressed by his personality. Yusuf alayhi salam always maintained modesty, respect, and purity. But Zuleika's affection for him grew, so much so that her emotions began to spiral out of control. Then one day Zuleika saw an opportunity for solitude. She closed all the doors of the palace and said, "Come, Yusuf, no one is there today." Yusuf al-Salam immediately replied, "I seek refuge in Allah. Your husband has treated me with respect." After Zuleika's insistence, Yusuf al-Salam ran for the door to escape. Zuleika grabbed his shirt from behind. The shirt ripped open. The door opened. Aziz Egypt stands before him. Zuleika is terrified and immediately accuses Yusuf, peace be upon him. He has evil intentions. Imprison him and punish him painfully. But Allah provided evidence. A new-born baby was there and said, "If the shirt is torn in the front, then Yusuf is a liar. If it is torn in the back, then the woman is a liar." The shirt was torn in the back. The truth was revealed. Aziz the Egyptian realized that Yusuf al-Salam was innocent and tried to suppress the matter. But word from the palace reached the city. The women began to say that Aziz's wife had fallen in love with her slave. A powerful woman, but madly in love. Zuleika overheard everything. She decided to reveal the truth to everyone. A special gathering was arranged. The city's most respected women were invited to the feast. Fruits and knives were handed to them. Then Zuleika called for Yusuf al-Salam. The door opened. Yusuf al-Salam entered. When the women saw him, they lost consciousness and involuntarily cut their hands. They exclaimed, "This is not a human being. He is an angel." Zuleika confessed, "This is the one you used to blame me for. I tried to bring him to myself, but he escaped." The turmoil had reached its peak. Yusuf al-Salam prayed to God, "O my Lord, captivity is dearer to me than what she calls to. You alone are my helper." Allah answered the prayer. Despite everyone knowing the truth, the decision was made based on political expediency. Yusuf al-Salam was imprisoned. The innocent prophet was chained. But fate dictated the journey from captivity to the throne. Prison, narrow walls, heavy air. Yet there was peace on the face of Hazrat Yusuf al-Salam. Two young men were also imprisoned. One night, both of them saw a strange dream and saw righteousness and light in Yusuf al-Salam. So they came to him. One said, "I had a dream. I was sipping wine." The other said, "I saw bread on my head and birds were eating from it. Tell us the interpretation. We consider you one of the righteous." Yusuf al-Salam didn't immediately explain the interpretation. He first called out the truth. "I will tell you about the food you are about to receive before it arrives." This knowledge was given by Allah. Are different gods better? Or is it the one Allah who is supreme over all? The one you worship is merely a name. The command is only Allah's. This was the Prophet's way, to use every opportunity as a source of guidance. Then he explained the interpretation of the dream. One of you will give wine to your king. Another will be crucified, and the birds will eat his head. The decision you were asking for has been made. And indeed, a few days later, the one who was freed happened exactly like that. Yusuf al-Salam said, "Be sure to mention me to your king." But Satan made him forget. And Yusuf al-Salam remained imprisoned for many years. Then one night, the king of Egypt had a dream. 7 fat cows being eaten by 7 lean cows, 7 green ears of corn and 7 dry ones. He woke up in fear, and the dream began to come to him daily. Then one day, people gathered in the palace. Everyone was astonished, but no one could explain it. They all said it was a confused dream. Then the prisoner about to be freed suddenly remembers. "I can tell you the interpretation. Send me to the prison." He runs to Yusuf al-Salam. The prison door opens. The king's messenger stands before him. Hazrat Yusuf al-Salam is asked to interpret the dream. Yusuf al-Salam says, "There will be 7 years of continuous farming. There will be abundant harvests. Then 7 years of severe drought will come, and people will suffer from hunger. Preserve the harvest of these 7 years, so that the years of imprisonment are not reduced." This wasn't just a description. It was the entire plan of the Mashi. "Nizam, the king is impressed. Bring her to me." But Yusuf al-Salam refuses to come out and says, "Ask your king what happened to the women who cut off their hands." This was the prophet's honor. Before release, the character is cleared. An investigation is conducted in the court. The women are summoned, and they confess. "We saw no evil in Yusuf." Zuleika also says, "Now the truth has been revealed. I was the one who wanted to seduce him." And Yusuf is one of the truthful. His innocence is proven before the whole world. Now Yusuf al-Salam appears before the king. A conversation takes place. His wisdom, insight, and knowledge are all revealed. The king says, "From today onwards, you are accepted and faithful with us." Yusuf al-Salam says, "Appoint me over the nation's treasury. I know how to protect trusts and how to prepare for difficult times." This wasn't arrogance. It was a declaration of responsibility. He was appointed overseer of Egypt's treasury. The Egyptian prisoner was now responsible for the kingdom. Years had passed. The shortage of food was no longer limited to Egypt, but had engulfed all surrounding areas. Food was scarce. The land was dry. People were distressed. The captivity even reached the distant land where Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, lived with his sons. Provisions were dwindling. Then news arrived that a plague had struck Egypt, and the government was providing grain to the people at a fixed price. Yusuf al-Salam knew that traders would buy large quantities of grain and then sell it to the people at a higher price. Therefore, he announced that anyone wanting to buy grain must bring their entire family along so that they could be assured of the benefits. Everyone should be given goods according to their needs. Hearing this, Yaqub al-Salam asks his 10 sons to bring the grain. The youngest son, Bunyamin, keeps it with him because the grief of Yusuf's death was still fresh. The 10 brothers set out on their journey. Little do they know that the person they are going to collect the grain from is their lost brother. They appear in the royal court. Hazrat Yusuf al-Salam is sitting in front of them, but the brothers are unable to recognize him. Yusuf al-Salam recognizes him, but hides his identity. Yusuf al-Salam asks, "Do you have another brother?" He says, "Yes, I have a younger brother. He is with our father." Yusuf al-Salam said, "Next time, bring him along too. Only then will you get the grain." They secretly put their money back in their luggage, so that when they get home and see their money back, they'll be compelled to return. When the brothers arrive home and open their luggage, they find their money is back. Days pass, and the goods are gone. Father, please send us back to Egypt and send our brother with you. Only then will we get the grain and protect it. Jacob's heart trembles. He asks, should I trust you with the same trust I had with his brother before? But the brothers insist, promising responsibility. Finally, Jacob extracts a strict covenant. You must promise, in the name of Allah, that you will bring him back. Then he gives another instruction. My sons, do not enter the city through one gate. Go through different gates. This was the father's precaution. But fate had already written its course. They reach the city and enter the court. Yusuf al-Salam hosts his brothers and then privately calls Bunyamin to him. I am your brother Yusuf, he says softly. Don't grieve over what he's done. Imagine a lost brother suddenly appearing after years, but the secret was still to be hidden. When the plan is ready, Yusuf al-Salam hatches a plan. The royal scale is secretly placed in Bunyamin's luggage. The convoy sets off, but a voice comes a little distance away. There's been a theft in the palace. Everyone stop. The brothers panic. The guards ask, what will be the punishment for the one whose treasure is stolen from? The thief becomes the slave of the one whose goods were stolen. A search begins, and the scale is found there. Silence reigns, and the brothers are compelled. They say, if he has stolen, it's no surprise. His brother has also stolen before. Yusuf al-Salam remains patient. He doesn't reveal the truth. The brothers make a request. Stop one of us instead. Our father won't be able to bear it. But the decision is made. Bunyamin is stopped. The eldest brother, known in tradition as Judah or Rubel, also stays. The other brothers are forced to return. Their hearts are heavy and their minds are troubled. Little do they know that fate is about to take a final turn. When the brothers reach home and tell the whole truth, Hazrat Yaqub, peace be upon him, refuses to believe him. He says, your ego has made things easy for you. I hope Allah will bring everyone back to me. This means that Yusuf al-Salam left first. Now Bunyamin has left, and the eldest son has also stayed. Yaqub's grief intensifies. The Quran says that his eyes turn white with grief. Then Yaqub al-Salam tells his sons to go to Egypt and speak to his beloved Egyptian and not despair of Allah's mercy. The brothers reach Egypt for the third time. The situation has become even more severe. The brothers, forced to flee, return to Egypt. They come to Hazrat Yusuf al-Salam and say, my dear, our family is in dire straits. We have brought a few birds. Please give us the entire flock and donate it to us in charity. Allah rewards those who give charity. Yusuf al-Salam's heart is filled with sorrow. He can no longer bear it. Then he asks a question. Do you remember what you did to Yusuf and his brother when you were innocent? The brothers are astonished. They are suspicious. They say, what? Are you the same Yusuf? And then come those words that become history's most profound moments of forgiveness. Yes, I am Yusuf. Allah has blessed me. The reward of one who is patient and pious is not in vain. By Allah, Allah has favored you over us. And we were indeed about to make a mistake. Today, there is no blame on you. May Allah forgive you. He is the most merciful. Then Yusuf al-Salam gives his brothers his shirt and says that placing it on their father's face will heal his eyes. He then tells them all to come to the palace with their parents. I smell Yusuf, and their eyes are instantly healed. Yaqub al-Salam asks, didn't I tell you that I know from Allah what you don't? Then they all depart for Egypt, parents, brothers, family. And then Yaqub al-Salam meet their son again after 40 years, tears in their eyes but filled with joy. Then Yusuf al-Salam places his parents on the throne, and all the brothers bow before Yusuf al-Salam in respect. Then Yusuf al-Salam says, "Father, this is the interpretation of my childhood dream. My Lord has made it come true. That is 11 stars, the sun, and the moon." This incident isn't just the life of a prophet. It is the deepest journey of human emotion. A child thrown into a well, a slave sold in the market, a young man imprisoned on false charges. Yet not a single complaint left their lips, not a trace of faith in their hearts, not a trace of modesty in their character. And then Allah made that same person the beloved of the kingdom. If we hold on to patience and piety in this age, Allah's help will surely come. No matter how deep the darkness, if faith is alive, dawn will surely come. What was your favorite part of this incident? Tell us in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel.